Hi everyone, my name is Tom. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Razer Nari Ultimate headset. I did a previous headset review on the Sony 3D Pulse, which was the first headset I mainly got for the PC, and this is still very good. I still use these, but there was a reason I wanted to get something else in time, and I'll go over that in a second. Now, one thing to sort of note: I've used these for over a year. And they're these old Sony ones, and these are worn. So I've been using these literally every day for over a year. And they still work perfectly fine. They're still very comfortable. Other than the wearing here, and some of the leatherette has come a bit loose on this side. It seems to pop out a bit, but you can put it back in with like a knife or something. But overall, the battery life, everything still lasts about 12 hours. But I just thought I wanted to try something else. So basically, what I saw was these Nari on sale, and what intrigued me is they offer sort of vibrate feature, sort of rumble headset, which adds to the bass. And I was kind of intrigued as to what that would be. Would that be better? Would that be worse? I'm going to say straight off the bat, these two are pretty much identical. There's some positives to both, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to try and break it down. I'll do a sound test on this microphone, and we're using these, and I'll actually compare it to the Sony I had as well. And if you want to see the Sony video I did, I'll link that in the description as well. But basically, I got these. These are the main thing, is just basically just something a bit bigger, because I believe these were hurting my ears. After a prolonged period of time, my ears would get sort of a bit squished and a little bit discomfort. I think some of my ears go into that, but this is like, I'm talking about wearing these every day, consistently. So it's something about like the longevity of wearing them. So I wanted something to be a bit different. Also, if they actually run out of battery, I want to have a spare headset. That was the other side of it. So I thought I'd start looking in others. And I have a Razer mouse. I really like it. So I've sort of gone further into the Razer brand. And I got the Razer camera, which is very good as well. It has its moments, but I think I've sold most of those now as well. But the big thing here, I basically thought we'd try the headset. And this headset, if you actually look at the retail price, is actually ridiculous. I think this came out about 3 or 4 years ago today. So it's not the newest technology here. But basically, that I didn't pay anywhere near that. I think I got a refurbished model for probably a third of that price on eBay, from what I assume is a reputable retailer. I don't think it came in an official box, but it's all been it was basically brand new. It was basically brand new. So one thing I want to talk about is straight away, it even says it here, this THX spatial audio. Now, these old pulses had a 3D effect that you don't really change. It just works as standard. They've been tuned to work with 3D audio, which a lot of game audio, movie audio is all tuned to be 3D audio, so spatial audio in that. And other times you can try and enhance that. With music, you can like synthesize that. And basically, I was looking forward to this THX spatial audio, and for me personally, I think it's terrible. It was the first thing I tried, and I believe it's on as default, and it was awful. Now, the give and take thing, the Sonys, for example, you can plug the dongle in, turn on the headset, boom, it connects. That's it. That's all you need to do. You need to come down here, and you need to press like the wireless headset. That's all you need to do. Whereas these Nari, I believe, are the default, weren't very good. So like the default was using maybe this THX audio. I don't know, it didn't sound right until I think I installed it all properly on Synapse, and then it all sounded a lot better. But the default, if we click on it here, so the problem is basically, unless you have another Razer product, it's probably not a good idea to actually get this headset. I would already suggest probably going for the Sonys if you wanted to avoid software completely. Just go for the Sonys. You're not missing out, and they're almost if anything better. But what it do here, it's got these like stereo surround sound, game mode. I played with a lot of this straight out of the bat, and this is kind of why I didn't want to do the video straight away, because I've had these for a few months now, and I know what I like, and that's what we're going to talk about. Now the problem is with these in one way is that they've got a wheel on the left hand side. The wheels on both sides have got like no like sort of friction to them at all, so they could just spin to basically fully muted to fully open instantly, and that's kind of annoying. Like if I somehow rub my ear, or I just move my head in a bit of a funny way, sometimes I'll sit up straight, and I basically end up, if I've got a hoodie on, usually it's the one, actually it's the wrong jumper, but it will actually mute my headset if I'm not careful, which is a bit weird. So the left side can change the balance between chat and game audio. I just keep it full game audio because there's no need. And then the right hand side is the volume. Now the problem is with these is that you can't always get the same volume every time, which is the nice thing with the Sony. It's on notches, and it says an audible beep the higher and lower you go, whereas this, it's just that wheel, so it's kind of different every time depending on what you do, and you just have to kind of slightly adjust. It's very sensitive, not the best. I've kind of gotten used to it, but It's just a little niggle I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's okay. It's fine. The microphone, actually, I think it's not too bad, but again, I won't use it. The microphone in this Razer camera is insanely good compared to the microphone in this headset. It's not even a comparison. But anyway, how do we change this? A mixer. So there's one way with this. This is what I was going to talk about in a second, but this is what I wanted to get over. Basically, the THX, just turn it off. Turn it off. I think you turn this on, and then it's actually another setting down here in Windows somewhere. I don't know if it's even there, but I think it turns on another audio system. I don't know how it quite works. It's all a synthesizer or something, but it's fake. It doesn't work so well. So I turn all that off. I just have it maximized in Windows. The enhancements here, the defaults I didn't like, and I've had to find my own settings there, which I do like. The EQ, again, I played with this for a long time. Just keep it default. I tried to find about it because sometimes, like with these game and music, you can really change the bass and make it the headset really vibrate, but it's not the nicest thing. You've got microphone balancing. I've never tested that, so if you want this for the microphone, I'm not going to do a microphone test. I'm sorry, but I just get a better microphone. I think is the reality. Even this Razer camera's got a fantastic microphone in it. I'm trying to find. There was a. It might be if you turn this. This is probably it. If you turn this on. If I do that, yeah, so it is. If you turn this on, it will actually give you some programs work with it or can be worked with it, so you can customize what you want to be a normal setting. And if you want, say, there you go, so Back for Blood supports THX game mode, Genshin supports it as well, and I tried that like straight away because I was excited to try. I don't like it. It sounds too fake. I personally, you can try it, obviously that's the big thing, but I just don't, it just doesn't like it. It sounds too fake. It sounds too tinny. Some sounds that shouldn't sound, because from what I'm used to, it just didn't sound good. If you want the good solid experience, and to be fair, going with a stereo experience, these headsets similar to the Sony have been tuned for the 3D audio, so if they're going to do it, they're going to do it anyway. It's down to the game audio, how it's recorded to give you that effect. But yeah, turn this off. Don't try that. Just trust me. And then I think the default on here was maybe 50, and then you got the haptic feedback sensitivity. Now, if you really want to have a good time, you can turn this all the way up, and the headset will really vibrate. It's actually quite menacing. But the way that adds to it is that basically sound is vibration, which is one of my favorite songs, but we'll gloss over that one particularly. The way that this haptic works is the actual bass rumble makes up for the lows that these headsets can't pick up. So in-ear headphones are usually pretty good at picking up lots of low frequency, but these overhead headphones are notoriously terrible for picking up low bass quality, particularly if you like your sort of your trap music, all that sort of thing that's been the rage the last few years. Even dubstep is quite bassy. But yeah, I've left it as these all as 20. I experimented with this for a good one. This is what I've had for a good time now, and it sounds really good across the board. This is from music, from watching streaming to watching YouTube, but mainly what I enjoy this headset for compared to the Sony's is gaming. This is a gaming headset in my opinion, and it's what it works best at. And then EQ, as I said, I tried this across the board with music, and sometimes you can, if you just use it for music, I think it would probably be worth playing with these settings. But if you like me and use it for gaming and just everything on your PC basically, then this is something I found very comfortable. It works really nice. So I can only go up to about 70% volume on it, and then it starts getting too loud for me. It's a really loud headset. So I think now's time I'll cut in and I'll do a demo. I'm going to just do a quick demo of some cheesy copyright song, and then I'll probably do a demo equally then back to back with the Sonys of the same song at what I consider a similar volume. Obviously microphone settings are the same. And then from that, what we got here, the device powers off. Yeah, so the only difference between these big two, other than the sound quality that I just demonstrated, is basically the battery life. And obviously these have got a more of a cupping feature. They're more sound deadened. I can't really hear the outside. Even I can't really hear my own voice that well with these on. Whereas the Sonys, you can hear everything, to be honest, around you. It doesn't take you out of the immersion, but you get more of outside sound with them. But the downside is that they don't last as long as the Sony. So the Sonys last about 12 hours. I'd say these are advertised about 5 to 8. I would say I get anywhere from 5 to 8, depends. I think, I don't know what it is, depends I guess how much loudness is going on in the game or in the stream or whatever I'm watching. So I'd say basically they're both very good. There's no best here. As I said, they're both very good. But if that helped you, please leave a like, and thank you very much for watching. If you're new, subscribe. Bye.